Shalom Aleichem to the B'nai and B'nai's Torah of Lakewood. This is Rabbi Yehuda Levin. I want to spend with you, mamish, 2 minutes to speak to you about the Moeridika Kiddush Hashem that you made by voting for Lanigan, and more importantly, to speak to you about this coming Tuesday, to plead with you not to vote for Bono and Chas v'Shalom not to vote for Christie, but instead to do thousands of Erlich Yidden should do a write-in the name Aaron Cutler, Shlita, the erstwhile CEO of Lakewood. This will be a tremendous Kiddush Hashem because it will show the media, the politicians, and Aaron Cutler himself. It will be a chizik for him to see that we look to him to be Mekadesh Hashem and stand up for morality and not just for shkolim, to follow the Ziknei Hador of the last generation, and increasingly Yibod L'chaim, many of the Rosh Yeshivas and Rabbonim today who are realizing how terrible the matzav is. And allow me just expand on this very briefly. The fact of the matter is that Christie, from day one, even as a candidate, and that's why 4 years ago we advised not to vote for Christie either. Corazon was worse, but we don't go for the lesser of two evils when they're both supporting immorality. We let Hashem take care of it. So the point is, we have to make a Kiddush Hashem. And around 1,500 or something like that in Lakewood, they didn't vote not for Corazon, not for Christie, and then they did vote on other lines below that. So this was a great Kiddush Hashem. Right now, we have to look at Christie's record. He was for domestic partnership, same-gender domestic partnership, but he's against marriage. Domestic partnership is koisum ksubel zachar. It was treif from the beginning, and that's why I said we dare not compromise with voting for Christie. Once he got in, when he had to keep his promise to veto domestic same-gender marriage, on the same day the Asbury Park Press reported prominently, he nominated an open homosexual, an open mishkav zachar, to be a judge on the highest court in New Jersey, and you know how that person would have ruled had the Senate approved of him. They didn't, because they thought he would be Christie's person, but Christie had no compunction about voting for an open homosexual activist to the highest court in New Jersey. More recently, he supported an ultra-liberal crazy Michigas legislation that he signed that doesn't allow for parents or children themselves who want counseling or psychotherapy from licensed psychiatrists, psychologists, etc., to change their perceived orientation to make it heterosexual and normal. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that, which is an outrageous attack on religious liberty and human rights. And more recently, in the last few weeks, he declared he's not going to even challenge the ruling on same-gender marriage in New Jersey because it's a waste of time. So he's positioning himself way to the center and to the left because he's running for president. So Rabbi say, I'm pleading with you, make a Kiddush Hashem. Don't go backwards. Like this, the politicians will say, okay, Cory Booker's Tarfus, which is obvious Tarfus, that the Jews will go against. But Chris Christie's, which is a madrega less, but is still Chazer Treif, that they can accommodate. Don't make any cheshbonis for shkolim, be makadeshem shemayim. We need the zechusim. Thank you very much, Lakewood.